Monte Cristo Mansion is recalled by travelers as a place which shouldn't even haunt the memories. As per people's version, Mrs. Crowley, the owner of the mansion, locked herself up after the death of her husband and never came out in the rest 23 years of her life except for once. She died in there and her spirit lingers in the mansion. Passerby could hear shrills and weeping of a woman. People who visited the mansion get suffocated as if some spirits trying to press them in. They get despite of shackles, but when they came out, instant have only been sighted of people turning blue. Well, all this sounds to be horrifying and weird. So now, all those daredevils out there, pack your bags and get out to these places to test the geniusness and the evident truth, or maybe a myth. Changi Beach in Singapore is the ultimate one. Changi Beach in Singapore is believed of being a popular killing ground of the Chinese soldiers by the Japanese during the Second World War. Thousands of Chinese soldiers were tortured and killed during this operation, as they were suspected by the Japanese of getting into anti-Japanese activities. This beach stands witness to the killing of the innumerable innocent Chinese. Till date, beach combers throning of this place could hear the screams of weeping of people. Often at night, people could also find deep dig pit as that needed for the burials of the dead bodies. The most horrifying is that some beach combers have found headless bodies of Chinese soldiers on the beach at night. Isn't it just like watching a horror flick of Alfred Hitchcock in reality? By the time dusk is settled down, the ultimate horror environment starts to descend. On the panorama of the Highgate Cemetery is one ideal place for ghost hunters. Headless statues, creaky pathways, unmanaged grass, pavements, and least we forgot the typical hooting of the owls is the common feature to be found in this place. Highgate Cemetery also scores the top slot in being the haunted place in United Kingdom. Still, one cannot ignore the Gothic architecture, beautiful serene ambience, and the least we forgot the shivery silence which overrules the entire arena. This one is for those brave hearts boasting hard of their fearless spirits. This is located beneath the railway track that connects Niagara Falls to Toronto and New York. As per a legend about a century ago, there was a farmhouse located just near the south entrance of this tunnel. One night, the farmhouse caught fire, and a young girl doused in flame, screaming for help, running wild. Nobody knows the story how the farm caught fire. She ran through the tunnel if in cause she could get some help, but at last she burned completely and collapsed. So from that day onwards, whoever tries lighting a matchstick in the tunnel, the spirit comes out screaming and haunting the person till dead. Check out yourself the truth. Bangar Fort is located on the way to Alwar and Jaipur in Rajasthan in India. As per a legend, there was a black magic sorcerer who caused the resident of the palace that they all would die an unnatural death and their spirits will stay there for centuries to haunt the fort forever. This fort will really freak any living mortal. One can seldom find a temporary household in the closed periphery of the fort. Let us reveal you one more fact about this place. The village households found here are without roofs, as they persist a popular belief and experience that the moment a rooftop is built on a house, it collapses. This is said to be the most haunted place in India amongst the world's most haunted places. People are not allowed to spend night in the fort for obvious reasons. Believe us, it is also said that anybody who has been in this place after the dust never comes back. So the Indian government has put restrictions for going there after the sunset.